Good morning guys, and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another beautiful day in the Lake District. We've had 2 weeks of cracking weather up to now. Beautiful blue sky and sunshine. So we thought we'd make the most of it and get out for a walk in the Lakeland Fells today and enjoy the weather while we can. So a nice early start this morning. Was up at 5 o'clock. 3-hour drive over here. It was thick cloud and murky back at home on the North Yorkshire coast. It's absolutely gorgeous here in the lakes. So I parked up at the village of Coniston, and today we're going to do a nice circular route up the Old Man Of Coniston and the surrounding Lakeland Fells. And with the weather being so nice, if it stops like this, might even go for a little bit of a dip in one of the fairy pools on the way back. There, we've only been walking for about 5 minutes from the village of Coniston, and already we're getting stunning views. Down to that waterfall there in Churchbeck, absolutely gorgeous. And see Wetherlam there and the surrounding fells. Beautiful. So, absolutely classic route this one. Very popular walking road in the lakes. Really nice and early, so hopefully we can avoid the crowds. Saying that though, it's midweek and it's not the school holidays or anything, so it shouldn't be too busy anyway. Right, I've been walking. I've just done a little bit less than a mile now, and making my way up the Old Man Of Coniston. Lovely day. Just in front of me there, that's going to be my return journey, and that's the Copper Mines Valley. We've got Wetherlam over there, and the prison band, which I'll be descending, which is a good route, like, and then I'll be coming back down the Copper Mines Valley. I'll spin you around and give you a look at the view. So yeah, you've got all the surrounding Lakeland Fells. Look, that's the route where I'll be going up that path, up there, and then along the top of the Old Man Of Coniston, and along that route. Beautiful, isn't it? Gorgeous. And then we'll be descending down there and into the Copper Mines Valley. Absolutely stunning. There's a lot of mining history around this part of the Lake District, and there's all mine shafts and tunnels and all sorts up here. It's quite interesting. So we'll have a stop further up and get the camera out and get some images. Oh, in for a treat today by the looks of this. Absolutely gorgeous. Right guys, nearly halfway up the Old Man Of Coniston now, and I'm stopping here for 5 minutes to have a look around, because just here it's the old the remnants of the mines and the quarries from years ago that sort of scarred the landscape. You can see all the spoil and everything up there behind me, but it's quite interesting here. You've got all the old mine buildings, so I'm just going to have a little walk around and show you about. I've got little Archie Poe there. He's just had a nice drink and he's laid in the shade chilling out while I do this. So we'll have a little walk around. There's one of the old buildings. It's fascinating really to think all them years ago the fellas used to walk up here and quarry the rock out the side of the mountain. And you've got the old sleepers there, look. And all the old steel ropes. Machinery. And look at that. We'll go for a walk just along to the edge here. I don't know if you can see the steel ropes that lead all the way down there, the mountainside, look. All the way down. That's where we've just come up down there. Hell of a slog like in this weather, but it's lovely. It's one of the more interesting walks in the Lake District. Very nice. You can even see all the old lines, look, in the floor where the carts full of the mineral used to go. So this particular quarry was operational, I believe, from 1690 to 1960. So it's only like, what, 60 or 70 years ago it come to an end. And yeah, like I say, nice to have a walk around. Look at that. Bramley Engineering Company Limited of Leeds in England. The old historic buildings. Actually, right. There's one of the many tunnels that's in the side of the Old Man of Coniston. Obviously years ago, that'll be one of the entrances into the mine. So you can still get in there. I've been in before, but I'm not going in today. Quite interesting really. But it goes quite a long way in. If I just pull you back, obviously you can see how it goes into the fell side there. There's quite a few of them on this walk. Like I say, you can get access to them. Interesting to go in a few yards and have a look, but you don't want to be going all the way in really. And just above that access, some more mining equipment, and there's a bigger tunnel here that goes into the side of the fell. Steel work from some sort of frame. The old steel ropes. They're stretched down the side of the Old Man of Coniston for hundreds of yards, them steel ropes. I've made it to low water here, up just over halfway up the Old Man of Coniston. I think I'm about 1,600 feet now. So yeah, low water. It's like an oasis in the desert. Absolutely beautiful. Have a look at that, guys. Actually, Paul's going for a coal off. Yeah, had a nice coal off. Right, back to the grind and go a bit further. Still got over 1,000 feet to ascend yet, so, and it's the steepest part coming up as well. Absolutely baking. Beautiful day for it. I could have gone for a swim in there myself, but there's some nice spots on the return leg of the journey, so if it stops like this, the weather, I'll be definitely going for a coal off. Oh, in a nice little remote fairy pool. All being well. So, concentrating on this path now, it's quite sketchy underfoot in places with slate and scree. So, being careful and watching how I go. So, back on the main path. And like I say, about another 1,000 feet of ascent, and then we'll be on the summit of the Old Man of Coniston. And I might get the drone out up there, fly the drone, get a little bit of aerial footage to put on the end of this video for you to have a look at. Absolutely stunning place. Almost there now, guys, almost at the top of the Old Man of Coniston. So you can see down below me there on that zigzag path, that's what I've just come up. And then down in the middle of the frame there, you've got low water. That's where I actually just had a swim not so long back. So it's a hell of a pull up there, very steep. But it's rewarding once you get up here. You can see for miles all over Wetherlam there, over the sort of Helvellyn range, and over towards High Street. And then to my right, I'll spin you around. You can see down into the village of Coniston. That's where we parked. And then obviously Coniston Water. Down there glistening in that sunshine. It runs for miles. So it's absolutely beautiful up here. Stunning mountain scenery. Like I say, it's a real nice walk this, especially in weather like this. Beautiful. So, and on the way up I think I've only passed 2 or 3 people, so it's a lot quieter than what I was expecting. With the weather being so nice, I thought it'd have been busier. Anyway, another 5 minutes and we'll be on to the summit. I'm going to get the drone out and get a few aerial photos. So we'll see you up there. There we are. Look at them views. You can see that zigzag path down there, down to low water. That's what we've just come up. The steep scree path. Coppermines Valley there down in the distance, and you can just make out, if you look over low water, just over the distance there towards Wetherlam, you've got Levers Water, and that's our route back down into the valley. So we're going to chill out up here, get the drone out, get a little bit of aerial footage, and then we'll be traversing along that ridge line, up at Swirl House, lovely walk, and then descending down the prison band. Right, I've just had half an hour's break there, guys, on top of the Old Man of Coniston. Absolutely splendid views, you can see for miles in every direction. See in a westerly direction over to Dow Crag and onto the west coast of Cumbria there. Absolutely stunning, see all the way around. And then straight in front of me, I've got tremendous views of Scafell Pike, which is the highest mountain in England, and you've got Scafell next to it. Mickledore, I can see round to Great End there. You've got Esk Pike and Bowfell, and further round you've got views to Wetherlam, and over to the Helvellyn range you can just see like 360 degrees panoramic views from up here. Absolutely stunning. What an absolutely incredible day to be out in these fells. It's absolutely stunning. Beautiful. I know it's not optimal conditions for photography. It's bright and it's harsh, but it's certainly optimal conditions to get out fell walking. Absolutely gorgeous. Going around about 10 miles a day, a nice slope, and it's absolutely stunning. Like, views are never ending. Never ending. So while the weather's nearly had my arm pulled out of socket there by Archie. Why the weather's so nice, I thought, yeah, make the effort. Get up 4 o'clock this morning, 3-hour drive over here, and smash a few fells. Get out while you can, guys, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. You never know what's around the corner, and you've got to make the most of every day. So one day it'll all be too late. We won't be able to do things like this anymore. You know, no bones will be added. So while I can, I intend to get out and about and see everything that I want to see, do everything I want to do, and go everywhere where I want to go. Absolutely gorgeous. Just stopped at this little viewpoint, got a couple of photos. Currently halfway between the Old Man of Coniston and Swirl How, which is straight up in front of us there. And then down to our right hand side, a lovely view down to Levers Water and back down into the valley where Coniston village is. And then to the right, up there, that's where we've just come from, the Old Man of Coniston. So we've dropped down maybe about 200 feet now, and like I say, we're halfway over to Swirl How. Drop down a little bit further here, and then we've got quite a bit of an ascent, unfortunately, back up to Swirl How. We'll stop up there, have a drink, get something to eat, a couple of photos, and then we're going to descend down the prison band, which sits between Swirl How and Wetherlam over there. It's a good route that to descend by, and then we're going to end up down into Reddell Beck, down towards the Copper Mines Valley. And like I say, hopefully if the weather stops like this, we'll go for a little dip in one of the many fairy pools down there. I'm not so sure on the waterfall situation. They might have dried up completely, or they might be down to a trickle. But while the weather's so nice and we're passing, we might as well call off. So anyway, we'll plod on and I'll catch you in a bit. Navigated our way up that steep rocky section there, no problem at all. So I can see the summit from here, and the summit cairn, a couple of minutes, we'll be there. It's getting a little bit busy now. It's about 12 o'clock dinner time, and there's a few more people out and about now, so can't blame on a fine day like this. Such a beautiful route, such a beautiful walk, gorgeous. Oh. Here we go, the final ascent up onto Swirl How. Absolutely beautiful conditions. Took about half an hour there from the Old Man of Coniston, just steady away, and this is the final ascent up. It's quite rocky, quite scrambly, but perfectly safe. It's bone dry as well, so it's not slippy at all. Almost there. Just over 5 miles we've done there, and I'm just looking out over the valley there, over to the Scafell Massive. You've got Scafell, so over down into Mickledorn, Scafell Pike. Got beautiful views, Eel Crag and Broad Crag, Esk Pike over there, Bowfell, and just behind this hill you've got Rossett Pike, and then down into the Langdale Pikes. Absolutely gorgeous. See for miles. So I apologise if I'm out of breath. That was quite a steep climb. Them views over there are tremendous. Got England's highest mountain range over there. Just making our way down now off Swirl How, and this little road here, it's called the Prison Band. So it's a nice little descent this, down to Swirl House, which is situated halfway between Swirl How and Wetherlam. So it's always a good route to descend this. Or if you're doing it the other way, if you're going anti-clockwise, you'll ascend this onto Swirl How. It's nice and scrambly, need your hands on in a few places, but there's never no dodgy exposure or anything like that. It's completely safe, but it's a good route, and the views are absolutely sublime. You can see up there, up to the Old Man where we were earlier on in the day. Absolutely gorgeous. So we'll continue down here now, steady away. Like I say, it's a little bit scrambly in places this. Sometimes you've got to get your hands on and get 3 points of contact. But it's perfectly safe as long as you take your time and find how you go. A bit sketchy here in places, but steady as she goes. And beautiful. Oh, red hot. Can't wait to get in that water and have a nice refreshing dip. Maybe another couple of miles on a mountain terrain, and then drop down towards Coniston copper mines, and we'll get in the back in the pools, have a nice little dip, cool off, and it'll be a perfect end to a perfect day. Another fantastic day in the hills. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? Absolutely stunning, that. Fantastic. Definitely looks good enough for a dip. Oh! Finally arrived down at the old beck. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Pure, fresh driven water straight down off the mountainside there, guys. Looks beautiful. Well, that was absolutely delightful. Just been in that little pool behind me, under the waterfall, and had a dip in the nice cold water. Beautiful and refreshing on a hot day like this. So that was the perfect end to a perfect hike. So it's about a mile and a half now. Back down the valley, back to the village of Coniston and back to the car. And that'll be a total of about 10 miles. So like I said, absolutely stunning route this. Beautiful mountain scenery. Finish off with things like that. Look in the water. Absolutely gorgeous. So make the most of every day, guys. Get out. Do something with your life. Making good progress now. Walking down through the Copper Mines Valley, back to Coniston. So there's a beautiful Herdwick sheep everywhere, and all the lambs. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful mountain scenery. Gorgeous day. Gorgeous views. Got some lovely photos as well. So it's been well worth the trip out. Absolutely beautiful. About another mile down into Coniston, and then I think I'll call in one of the local bowsers and have a little refreshment and make the most of my time over here. It's been an absolutely gorgeous day. We arrived at destination, the Sun Inn in Coniston. Gorgeous little country pub, look. When I get sat down here in the sunshine and enjoy one of the local brews. Now we're talking, guys. Perfect end to a perfect day in Lakeland. Oh, beautiful 10-mile fell walk there. Some fine mountain scenery, absolutely gorgeous. Nice little dip in the fairy pool underneath that waterfall, very relaxing and refreshing. Now we're kind of the Old Man and the Sun Inn in Coniston. Cheers now. If you've enjoyed this vlog, give us a thumbs up, and I'll put the description and the route on the end for you to have a look at. If you want any more information on this route or any other routes in the lakes that I know of, just give us a shout, send us a message, I'm always happy to reply and help you out. And if you have enjoyed this vlog, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free, it doesn't cost a penny, and you'll be helping me out massively. So thanks very much guys, thanks for tuning in. Cheers now, see you on the next video. Bye bye.